Hi. Oh wait, last time I realized that my lens was dirty. First things first, I am feeling very bad. I've been so anxious and so depressed the past couple of days. I'm sorry that I'm filming this video wearing a set. Is this the same one I was just wearing in my last vlog? Even if it is, it's been a month, so sorry. I wanted to make a video talking about my favorite thing, hoping that it's gonna lift my spirits. I'm doing a home decor haul today because I have been obviously purchasing so many things during quarantine. A lot of them have been focused more on my apartment because I'm stuck inside of it. I'm kind of in the process right now of helping 3 of my friends redecorate their new rooms at their new apartments because a lot of people are moving right now. I am the go-to friend when it comes to decor, so I always get excited about talking about this kind of stuff. Sorry if my mood is a little off. I just want to get right into it and start sharing all of these fun things. So the first thing, let's get this out of the way right now because it's actually behind me. I got this pillow from Anthropologie. Admittedly, I saw it on the website and I was like, I think this is very ugly. And then I was like, is it so ugly that I love it? What I say about every man I have a crush on. I've been looking for a really long time for a new kind of pillow color scheme for this like chair thingy that I have. It's from IKEA and it's like a corner piece. It's really all that I have room for in my little studio apartment. I've been having a really hard time. Wait, I have to kill a bug. I killed it. I've been having a really hard time coming up with something that I wanted. I have a lot of animal print going on in my apartment. I didn't want to add any more to that. I felt like I'd kind of exhausted how much animal print I'm comfortable with. I was looking for something kind of neutral, and I've been looking for a long time, like maybe 6 months. I've always had this kind of blush one that is from West Elm, and there's another one that I have that kind of matches it, but I was just over it. I'm freaking over it. So I'd been looking on CB2, West Elm, Urban Outfitters, kind of my usual suspects for home decor, and wasn't finding anything that I was into. So I just kind of kept giving up. But then one day it dawned on me that I should look on Anthropologie. And actually I was looking for pillows for my friend Leah's apartment for her new couch. I'm looking for her and I saw this and I just scrolled by it and I was like, wait a minute, let me scroll back up. And I was like, I think I hate it, but I think I love it. I think I have to have it. And then I just thought to myself, honestly, let me order it. If I don't like it, I'll send it back. Lo and behold, I'm obsessed with it. I think the reason that I like it so much is because it's definitely unique. I really strive to have things in my space that, how do I explain this? I don't want my apartment to look like some room essentials, basic, I live in New York apartment, which if you live in New York and you have any friends that maybe haven't lived here that long, you'll know. So many of them have these room essentials apartments. I don't know how to explain it, where it's very clear that you just went to Target and bought a ton of stuff and didn't put a lot of thought into it. There isn't that personal touch. You literally have framed photos of subway maps. Like, we live here. Why are you putting that? Okay, anyway, let's get back on track. I felt like this just represented what I'm kind of going for with my apartment, to be more homey and unique to me. Ultimately, I just love that it's incorporating a bunch of neutrals. So there's like a black down here, a different black fabric that goes onto the back. There's a cream, there's a white. Look, it has like little puff ball thingies. It has these tassels. This is probably the most expensive pillow that I've ever purchased. It was $88. I know, I'm so sorry, but I used Afterpay. Anytime I use Afterpay, I just like I don't feel as bad. So it somehow empowers me to make ridiculous purchases. I'm really happy with it, actually. I think I'm gonna get cream to match this and kind of brighten up this little area. So that's my plan. Anthropologie. My lesson here is sometimes you just have to go with your gut. I have been looking for a pillow for this space for 6 months. This is the first time that something like caught my eye and I was like, well, it's not usually what I go for, but I just went for it and I'm absolutely obsessed. And I'm so happy that I followed my instinct. Sometimes it's things that you don't think are kind of typically your style that make you the most excited and that help really revamp your space. Next, these were purchases that I made a little bit earlier on during quarantine. I was eating at home more, obviously, as hopefully a lot of us are. I realized that I just did not have proper flatware and drinkware. I'd always just had basic stuff from IKEA, and I'm sure if you have IKEA plates or whatever too, you know this. They're very strangely sized and it doesn't really fit properly in my cabinets, and I just like I don't like it. I actually kept seeing on Instagram when they have those ads that come up, I kept seeing the company Year and Day or Year in a Day being suggested to me. I really like the look of them. They're apparently handmade in Portugal and they're these like ceramic pink, I think black, and then kind of like a cream dinnerware sets. And I thought they were so beautiful, but unfortunately from what I could see when I looked into purchasing, you couldn't really customize how much of what you ordered. Like it came in packages basically. I'm just one person. I don't need 8 bowls, 8 plates, 8 cups. that just seems like way too much for me. Hold on, there's another fly. I have to kill it. I did it. Anyway, I really did fall in love with the look of them. I did a little bit of hunting and I found that Williams-Sonoma has a collection that is very, very similar. It's called their Open Kitchen collection. I only ordered the pink bowls just to start out with because this was the item that I feel like I needed the most. I got these from Williams-Sonoma and these are pink. The color isn't exactly picking up that great on camera, but I'm gonna be having some insert shots so that you can see a little bit more close up. But they are also made in Portugal. They're dishwasher and microwave safe. I have put these in the dishwasher 45 times. I got them at the beginning of April, I think. They're completely fine. I have no complaints and they just look so nice in my cabinets. So I'm definitely going to be getting a few of the plates. And I don't know if I mentioned this already, but with the Williams-Sonoma Open Kitchen collection, you don't have to order like an entire set. You could even just get individuals of certain pieces. So I just got 4. That is perfect for me. I have a small kitchen, I have a small dishwasher. I'm just one person. I really like that you were able to customize it. And I think I got everything on sale because Williams-Sonoma has a lot of sales. So I try to take advantage of that. In that same order, I also got these drinking glasses that I think are so, so cool. Again, I'll have some more close-up shots so that you can see some of this stuff. These are called the Aerin glass, spelled like A-E-R-I-N. Previously, I really only had the small IKEA glasses, which are like 6 ounces, and that's such a weird size. And then I have really nice wine glasses and like Moscow Mule cups and things like that, but that's all really for alcohol. I can definitely go into some of that stuff on a different day because I really, really love, I have these great wine glasses from Crate & Barrel, also Anthropologie. I'm really happy with all of that stuff. Obviously being home and in quarantine, there were a few days where I was making my own iced coffee or I was making a smoothie and I just didn't have a glass that I could put ice in and put the beverage in. And I was like, how dumb is this? But I've lived in this apartment for 5 years and never had anything like that. Obviously, quarantine really changed my lifestyle habits and I'm not eating out 7 days a week. I found these via Lauren Elizabeth, as I find many things. I have no shame in admitting that. They were actually featured in a very old post of hers that I had saved. I just searched like brush stroke glasses and somehow found these, and I know that they're the exact ones, so I'll leave them linked down below. But you could just order them individually. You could order just 2 if you wanted, or you know, a full set of 8, and they were also on sale. Everything from Williams-Sonoma came so beautifully packaged. I know that it's not going to get damaged. Their customer service is so reliable. I'm very, very pleased with both of these things. The next thing that's here in front of me, there's really no rhyme or reason to this. I'm just grabbing whatever's closest to me. I wanted to kind of experiment with some new candles while I was trapped in my home over the past couple of months. I'm normally like, how do I say this nicely? A whore for diptyque. I purchase diptyque candles so frequently. I really normalized spending $70 on a candle like every other week. That's very bad. I know that. I always felt like I was able to justify it because 1, I think they smell amazing. 2, they definitely have a sophisticated look that a candle like Bath & Body Works simply just doesn't have. And 3, you can reuse the jars. I've used diptyque jars everywhere. I have one right there. I have one over there. I have one right there. All in my bathroom cabinet. I have like 6 of them, 1 for Q-tips, 1 for cotton rounds. Like that can't be an excuse for me anymore to repurchase. And during quarantine, I burned through one like in the first week so quickly because obviously I'm home all the time. So I decided that I needed to try something else. This was not going to be sustainable for me. All that being said, I do also really like Le Labo. I feel like they burn just as long as diptyque, maybe a little bit longer, but I don't feel like this scent is as powerful. And I've also reused like 5 Le Labo jars in my bathroom cabinet. So again, I was just like, let's try something totally different. I saw these candles on Revolve initially. The brand is called Overrose. The scent that I got is called Nudesse, and that is apparently their like signature scent and the one that's the most popular. I actually ended up purchasing via Nordstrom because I had a Nordstrom gift card. I'm obsessed with these candles and I've already purchased a second one. So this is what they look like. This one has actually been depotted and emptied out. I can now use for whatever I want. I obviously love the kind of muted pink color. I have a lot of pink accents in my apartment. And I also appreciate the kind of minimal branding that's on the front. I feel like the font reminds me of Byredo. So I'm wondering if there's any connection between those companies because it actually looks exactly the same. And I feel like that's something you would have copyrighted anyway. This smells incredible. Here's what I have to say. Price point, very comparable to Diptyque and Le Labo. It's a little bit more of a bold container, not as like sophisticated looking as Diptyque and Le Labo. However, the staying power of the scent is unreal. You can smell this candle when you take it out of the box. You can smell it when it's sitting unlit on your nightstand. Even like kind of now that I've depotted it and it's been empty for over a month, I can still kind of smell it. Again, not as sophisticated of a scent. I think for spring and summer, that's actually kind of fun, that it's a little bit more playful, I guess. Is that the word I'm looking for? I don't know. I'm really bad at describing scents. It's not as like childish smelling and sweet smelling as something from Bath and Body Works. It's just not as sophisticated smelling as the other high-end brands that I'm used to, but I really love it. And I don't know if you can see it above me. Up there, I have another one, and that one is called Anamorphine. I purchased that one via Revolve. They also make all of their candles in that muted pink, and they also make them in a holographic, which looks super, super cool, but just doesn't really go with my stuff in my home. If that's something that intrigues you, I would definitely check them out. While we're talking about scent, I literally just got this today and haven't even taken it out of the packaging. Another thing that I'm a whore for is Aesop. I have been repurchasing their soaps religiously for like 3 years. If you don't know about this company, they're very expensive. I actually went to go purchase new stuff one day. My friend Kyle was over and he was like, "You literally just spent $40 on hand soap. Are you insane?" And I was like, "Yes, I am insane. Thank you for noticing." We came back to my apartment and he used the soap, and then he was literally like, "This is why it's $40. I understand." It's one of those things that it doesn't matter how like grimy I feel or how depressed and emo I feel. If I'm washing my hands with this soap, as we all are doing very regularly right now because coronavirus, it just brightens my mood. It makes me happy. I have one of these in my kitchen and one in my bathroom, and I needed to repurchase. The particular one that I get is the Resurrection hand wash. I also have the matching hand cream. Is that really decor? No, not really, but okay, I love, 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 love coffee table books, which is so hilarious because I don't even have an actual coffee table. I have always stood by the idea that it's really important in any apartment, any space that you have, to obviously adhere to some type of aesthetic and some type of personal style, but to also inject elements of your personality through your decor. And for me, one of the easiest ways to do that is with coffee table books. I actually found this book because of Alexa Losey. I remember thinking that is such a great decor piece and is also probably very fascinating to look at. And it is this coffee table book that was published by Taschen, which is one of my favorite publishers, all about Disneyland. It's like gold and this really pretty navy blue and obviously the pink fireworks. This would be a really cool way to establish that part of my personality within my apartment. I knew that the book would be cool, but I did not anticipate how cool it would be. There's like concept art in here for so many of the rides, the kind of layout for the park that they were looking for. It kind of goes through like how they decided to set up things within the park. And I know the light is kind of bright, but that's some of the photos that they have inside. They look like that. There's just really cool old photos of how they structured the park, how it transformed over the years. I just think it's so cool. And this is one of the things that when I shared it with a couple of my friends, I was like, look what I got. I feel like they were the most excited about this. Also, my tip for you when it comes to coffee table books, look for them used, because so many people, like I'm sure I've been guilty of with a couple of my books, you buy it, you maybe read it once or twice, but then you really don't open it again. And the books are usually in really great condition. And I try to either find one that's used like new or used very good. Those are the two conditions that I think are usually fine. This one I bought full price, but I have a Saturday Night Live book that I did purchase that was like used very good, but it honestly looks perfect. I just wanted to throw that tip in there because I know coffee table books can be really expensive, which is sometimes easy to justify when you think about it as also functioning as a piece of decor and not just a book. On that note, this is something that I'm so excited about. Have I said that about everything in this video? I've been watching so many home renovation decor type of videos over the past several weeks. I stumbled across a video by Nikki DiMartino. You probably know her from the Nikki and Gabby channel. She was redoing her bathroom in her apartment with her boyfriend. I don't know, I don't follow her that closely, but it looked interesting, so I watched it. She revealed within that video that she has a vintage Playboy collection and she keeps them in her bathroom. She said that she finds a lot of them on Etsy. So I thought to myself, that sounds cool. I want to investigate. Let's see what I can find. So I go into Etsy Etsy and I'm looking through, and if this is something that interests you guys, totally look into it. There are so many cool sellers that actually organize their listings, vintage Playboys from the 70s, vintage Playboys from the 80s, blondes, or like whatever it is that you might be looking for. And they all keep them in really great condition because obviously this is something that they do for a living. They're very inexpensive, like $5 an issue. None of them were really grabbing my eye, and I wanted one that really felt like it would belong in my apartment. I'm someone that tends to buy magazines based on the celebrity that's on the cover. I know you can't really see, but I have a magazine rack right there. The first two are Harry Styles' Rolling Stone and Adam Driver's Rolling Stone. So how I make a lot of my decisions when it comes to buying magazines. I typed in celebrities who've been on Playboy. I looked through all of the covers that I could find, and I almost bought Bijou Phillips because I actually know her and I'm absolutely obsessed with her. Her like early 2000s style has been such a huge influence over my personal style now. I'm sorry, Bijou, I love you so much, but your cover was like purple with like yellow writing on it. And I was like, oh no, that just doesn't match my stuff. Finally found this cover, which I thought was so freaking cool. It's Kate Moss, January, February 2014, and it was a special edition for their 60-year anniversary issue. Saw it on Google Images. I went to Etsy and I didn't find any good listings, so then I went back to my trusty friend Amazon. I found it for $12. By the way, the listed price on the cover is $12.99, so that's fine. It even came in this packaging. Look how freaking cool this is. I'm just so into this. I have a lot of black, gray, white, and gold in my place, and obviously Kate Moss, she's cool as hell, and it's very like traditional Playboy. She has little ears on. I love this, and I love that it came so quickly. It said that it was gonna come between July 7th and July 14th, and it came on June 29th. It took like 4 days. It was packaged perfectly. They put like cardboard so that it wouldn't get ruined. So yeah, now she just goes right there, right next to Harry Styles. Now we have reached the last part of my video, which I'm so happy about because I haven't eaten all day, and it's really late. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 6:30 p.m.
Yeah, and I just ordered pasta and I'm really excited to eat it. So this is the most expensive thing that I purchased in this haul. All of my decisions are very well thought out. There is always method to my madness. I love Venus and Fleur. I love the concept of spending a larger amount of money on something and having it last longer. I have extensions. It's the same kind of thought process. I'd rather spend a lot of money on my hair in one go and have it last 6 months, or in this case, almost a year, and know that I don't have to worry about it as much on a day-to-day basis, which I guess you could say is like paying for convenience. I got a Venus and Fleur arrangement back in, oh, it was for Valentine's Day. I absolutely fell in love with it. When I tell you that the flowers smell so insane, your brain cannot comprehend it, I am dead ass serious. I always knew that I would want to purchase a second arrangement at some point. I kind of don't like the classic arrangements that are in the boxes that are like heavily branded. That just doesn't really speak to me that much. I have a hard time kind of visualizing it within my apartment. The arrangement that I got for Valentine's Day is the acrylic one. I'll show like a close-up of it now. It has like a little drawer, which is super cool, and it's acrylic, which matches a lot of my furniture, and you can put little like mementos in the drawer, which I think is really sweet actually. That was kind of like a new collection that Venus and Fleur introduced to their normal classic stuff that they usually sell. I got an email from them a couple weeks ago saying that they were coming out with this new collection. I just remember thinking, these roses look like sculptures. They look like something that belongs in a museum because the vase is all white. Venus and Fleur logo is embossed, so it's not so in your face. I thought about it and I was like, I don't know. I'm not sure if I would get white. I don't know if I would get pink or like a lighter pink. I was having a hard time deciding, and obviously they're very expensive. So if I'm gonna make a decision and I'm gonna have to look at it for a year, I wanna make the right decision. Lo and behold, once again, Lauren Elizabeth literally purchased the exact arrangement that I was considering getting, and she got it in all white. Lauren and I have a lot of the same furniture. We have a lot of the same kind of color scheme going on. It looks good for her. It'll probably look good for me. So I ended up purchasing the white roses, and it was the best decision ever. Again, I know they're very expensive. Afterpay is your friend. If you are like me and you get roses or flowers at either the bodega or Whole Foods or Trader Joe's pretty frequently, it's definitely worth it. I just realized that I haven't even shown them, but this is what they look like. Hopefully you can see that there, but again, I'll do some more close-up shots. Basically what you do when you get Venus and Fleur arrangements is you have to select your delivery date just like you would for like furniture. The man that delivered these, he brought them in like a huge bag, and they were very gently packaged. I smelled them through the bag that was wrapped in this huge plastic. That's how powerful these are. I don't even know how to explain it because it's not just a normal rose scent. It's kind of like a clean rose scent. They're very light. It's not like a heavy floral in my opinion. Anyway, I'm so pleased that I got the white ones. I feel like it looks like it belongs in a museum. Art. You know what I mean? Yay, they look so nice. Okay, I'll show you where I normally keep them in my apartment. There's still more things that I'm getting ready to do and kind of doing with the apartment. Once it's all done, yes, we are doing an apartment tour. That's coming, but I just wanted to give a little bit of a snippet for now and just show you some of the things I got. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Like, comment, subscribe. I never say stuff like that because I just don't think about it. I always leave my socials in the description box. Instagram is where I post the most. Twitter is where I'm the most out of my mind. And I also leave my SoundCloud linked. If you don't know, I DJ and I upload mixes every Sunday. Anyway, I feel better now. So I'm gonna go eat some pasta and I will see you guys next week. Bye. Bye. Bye.